I can't believe I'm filming this. Anyway, hi, welcome to the channel. So today's video is basically me exposing myself. How many girls watching this have sat and tried to manifest a boy? We all do it. Like, let's just normalize it, right? Okay, maybe not this story, because this is actually like witchcraft shit. Like, I swear this was weird. I feel like I actually set a spell. But anyway, we'll get into it. So if you've not gathered, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me whilst I tell you a story about how I actually manifested a boy. And it worked. It fully worked. It is crazy. Grab a cup of tea because it's quite a long story. I feel like I'm a Sagittarius, yeah. My story is like boom, 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 boom. Different other points to the end of the story. Like, I just don't tell things very straight. Let me put some clips in my hair because I look crazy. Also, I hope you'll appreciate me doing this because I really hope he's not watching this. This will be really, really embarrassing if he is. Hi, miss you. I'm joking. I'm not joking, call me. I hope I actually upload this because I'm gonna film it, so I might as well. By the way, Coco's sat here, you can see her. Before I start, this shit is like, it was like witchcraft because I have like tried to manifest things before and they've kind of worked. Like, I don't know, like affirmations have worked for me and they're like, I feel like they're fine to do. But this shit was like, it was weird. It was weird, and I'll explain it. Like, I had an eye twitch, right, and it was all because of the manifesting. I don't care what anyone says, right, I'll get to it, but like, it physically changed something of my body. Like, that is a physical change of myself. If you're not a spiritual person, you don't believe in manifesting, then I suggest clicking off this because you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm not. It was a genuine real thing and it was freaky, so I do not recommend you do this. I know you girls are gonna go do this anyway, but just don't do it, right, because you realise how much of a dick they are anyway. Let's begin. Also, I will leave everything that I'm using linked below, but anyway, shut up Lucy, let's go. So I met this guy, okay, let's call him Bob. I can't believe I'm telling this story. It's actually really embarrassing. It's not too bad. It kind of is, but you know, whatever, I can tell it now because I don't like him and it's funny. So yeah, I met this boy. I seen him like ages ago and we were like DMing now and again, and like I just found him really fit, right, and then I ended up meeting up with him, right. We actually got on so well, you know, right? We really got on. It was a bit of a red flag from the start, I'm not gonna lie, but we moved. And I feel like, other than the fact that he was sexy, like, we actually, you know, got on, we had a laugh together, and I think that's more attractive than anything, is when you can have a laugh with a lad. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna wear this dress for the wedding. I was like, he's gonna propose to me in Santorini, I'm gonna wear this wedding dress, and we're gonna have a baby. I'm such a dreamer. Like, I always plan shit in my mind. I'm like, the minute I could literally look at a boy that drove past me and I literally would be like, oh my god, like, we're gonna get married. It's weird. Like, shut up Liz. And then like, after we met, we were texting all the time, right? Like, he'd literally text me on a morning, like, morning, and I'm like, morning, and we'd FaceTime and shit, and I just really got on with it. But then it later dawned on me that all it was just like chit chat. There was no actions being made. It was all talk, right? No action. I don't like that. I want you to come pick me up and take me to Paris. I'm joking. But anyway, so yeah, we were chatting back and forth, and then the replies started getting slower, and then, you know, the convo would start ending, and then it started to just fizzle out. If nothing's keeping it alive, it's gonna fizzle out. I was a bit of a psycho, to be fair. Like, I don't know, I met the boy once and I was like obsessed with him. It was weird. Alright,
love, thanks.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Is that a sign that I shouldn't film this? My mum ringing me telling me to go pick her up. I'm gonna film it anyway. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, the convo just fizzled out a little bit. But the thing is with me, I was still posting. Like, you know, when I am active on my Snapchat, yeah, I fancy someone. If I'm actively posting thirst traps, I fancy someone. And he would always respond. He'd always respond to my first traps. Like, even if it wasn't, even if it was just like a selfie, he'd be like, oh my god, like, wow. And I'd be like, ah. But yeah, that's how you know that I fancy someone. When I stop doing that, then I'm over it, whatever. I don't post on Snapchat unless it's just some bullshit. But then the replies to the first traps were going. Obviously, that's gonna happen because we didn't really speak. So yeah, whatever. But we were speaking on and off for like a good 2 or 3 months, something like that. I don't know. It was going on for a while, but it was all just like back and forth, like breadcrumbing shit, and I was like, ah, what an idiot. I look back and I'm like, Liz, you are so stupid. You should have just like blocked him or something, because he wasn't a high value man, right? Let's be real. A week went by, we didn't speak. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, nothing. Yeah, I was crying. No, I'm joking. And then we hit the month mark. Yay. So yeah, 1 month went by. You know, it was done. It was over. The wedding was off. But little old me could not give this one up. I could not get over it. I wasn't done. I was like, you cannot do this, okay? I'm supposed to marry you. I need you. Okay, I'm gonna go pick my mum up now and I'm gonna come back and film the rest of this because this is where it gets juicy. This is the manifestation bit, right? And we are back. Like I said, there was no contact for a good month. But like I said, your girl couldn't let it go. But I didn't do anything. Stop like posting, you know, sexy pics at this point. Like I wasn't bothered. Saying that you manifested him, Lise, but no. I want like that ass. That is so kind of fancy. I was on TikTok doing my scrolling as usual. I literally scroll every single day, all day. It's bad. It's an addiction. I get a lot of spirituality stuff pop up on my TikTok. But one of them was a manifestation thing. This video comes up, right? And it's this girl and she's sat in a car and she was like, so I was scrolling on TikTok and I come across this video. And basically, long story short, there was a boy that she wasn't that bothered about, but like she just did it and like she thought nothing of it. And now the boy was like obsessed with her, calling her, texting her. And I was like, oh, BS, right? BS. I was like, that is just not gonna work for me because I have manifested things before. Like I say, like I've manifested money before, but that was like through affirmations. So the method that she said is you basically look at a photo of them. You say, chase me like never before, you need me. So at this point I was like, right, I've been left on like red for like 4 weeks. What do I have left to lose, right? My ego, it's hurt. Let me manifest it, okay? What an idiot. Like, why did I do that? Like, what a freak. But this boy, I was like quite hooked on him. I am like that with everyone. Like, I've not even had a boyfriend since being single. But when I have these little flings, like, I have like a few little flings or fancy boys and stuff. Like, and I do just get quite obsessed. Like, more obsessed than when I actually have a boyfriend. It's bad. So, yeah, I thought I've got nothing to lose. So that night, I looked at the photo and I said, chase me like never before. You need me. You need me, boy. And I did it, yeah. And I'm not joking, yeah, it just went over my head. Like, it was before I went to sleep. I just did it. I was like, yeah, fuck it. And I forgot about it. And they always say with manifestation that you treat it like something that you order online, right? You treat it like, you know, you buy a new pair of shoes. You're not going to then sit every second of that day thinking, where are my shoes? When are they coming? You just know that it's coming. You know that it's coming because you bought them. Well, if it's ever, it might not. But do you know what I mean? You know that that's yours, right? So you don't worry about it. That's how you're meant to treat manifestation. But because I just naturally did that the next day, because I just forgot that I did it, I think that's why it worked. Because not only did I like slightly kind of believe that it was gonna work, I let it go. I let it go. I was like, it's coming to me. So whatever. I forgot about it. Right? I shit you not. Oh my god. It's weird. This is why I'm telling this story, because it's just so crazy. I was stood here. Yeah, and then my mirror was there and I was just stood, yeah, and I was like, let me just get this cute like sexy photo in a nightie, just see this one last time, okay? Tell me why when I was trying to take that photo, I didn't upload anything. There was no first track for him to reply, so not that he would have done because he was bored of me. Tell me why his name pops up on my phone as I'm like trying to take this photo. I was like, no. No. I was like, what? How has that actually happened after 4 weeks, 4 whole weeks of literally not speaking? We had no reason to speak ever. Obviously I tell my mum everything, she's my best friend, right? I told her that I did it, right? And I was like, oh, like I don't think anything of it, whatever. And then got on with my day and I ran upstairs and my mum was like, oh my god, what is it? Like, I thought you'd seen a spider or something. I was like, mum, he's messaged me. He's actually, like, it's work. She was like, Luce, that's weird. She said, that's so weird. She was like, you're a witch, Lucy. You're a wizard, Harry. And I really did feel like a witch. It wasn't a full-on convo. He just sent a photo of us both, right? Which is random as fuck, I know. But yeah, he sent a photo of us both. Which I was like, whoa. That was like communication. Then we like spoke for a little bit and then that was it, right? So I was hooked on this shit. I was like, what? How is this working? Hocus pocus, you know what I mean? Like I said at the start as well, I am not promoting this because I genuinely am convinced it was actually witchcraft and it's not good to do that shit, right? Anyway, I did it again. So when he'd messaged me, yeah, on that night, I was like, what? I'd rang Eve. I was like, Eve, guess what? And she was like, no way. She was like, you are a freak. So anyway, that next night, I always manifest things like on a night, because then your brain's got time to like sink it in whilst you're asleep, and then when you wake up you forget that you've done it. And that's how it kind of works for me. If I ever like manifest things, like I always put on manifestation music and like affirmations when I'm going to sleep. Anyway, so I did it again the next night. Tell me why, right? That morning I wake up, flip the kettle on, make myself a nice coffee, and I'm sat on my phone. Bear in mind the conversation from the night before was over. It was finito. There was no communication after that. So there was nothing that he could have possibly been replying to. Like, it was over, okay? Divorce number 2. But tell me why I was drinking my coffee and his name again pops up. Hey you, how are you? Can I see you? No. This is where it gets weird. So me and Eve, that same day that I received that message, we meet up and we go to Nando's, right? And I just want to say now, like, if you're into manifestation and spiritual stuff, like, you'll already know this, right? But the universe will show you signs that your manifestation is working by showing you the name everywhere, right? And I am saying this right now. Bob's name was not like Bob's name. It wasn't a common name at all. Like, I'm not kidding. It was very rare to meet someone with that name, because it was not common at all. It wasn't your average like Ben or Billy or Bob or Peter or Steve. It wasn't any of them. It was a name that is not common. And also bear in mind the manifestation thing, where you see the names to confirm that it's working. I already knew it was working, but it's like you've sort of manifested it into your reality. Well, tell me why when we got to Nando's, there was a full restaurant pretty much clear. There was about 3 tables full of people, but it was like a big Nando's. We could have been sat anywhere. Me and Eve got sat next to a couple. The hoodie that he was wearing in big, massive letters was his name. I was like, Eve, look at that. Do you think that's weird? Do you think that's weird? Do you think that means that we're gonna get married? Obviously, this is stupid, naive girl talking. Like, I'm not even anything like that anymore. I'm kidding. And I know for a fact, like a fact, that was a sign. That was just weird. It was just too weird, right? Bear in mind, when I was driving us to Nando's, I was like, how weird would it be if we got a sign? Like, how weird would it be if I got a sign about him? And there we go, sat there. We could have been sat anywhere. Like, we went midday through the week. Like, Nando's was literally empty. Also, I never ever see people with the names on the back of the hoodies. That's like an old school thing, innit? I mean, it's a school, like, PE thing. Yous can be skeptical and sit there, oh, Luz, yeah, but like, oh, shut up, like, other people have that name, obviously. Yeah, I know, but it was weird, and I know that that was a sign. I don't give a shit what anyone says. My gut feeling knew, and my gut feeling's never ever been wrong, so I don't care what you say, okay? I've got so many stories as well about signs from the universe. Like, trust me, when I have asked the universe for signs, like, I didn't even ask it for a sign, but obviously the manifestation has given me that. But when I have asked the universe before for a sign of things, like, it's given me it. It's honestly weird. I'm gonna have to explain that in another video, because it works. Like, if you ever in life are stuck and you think, oh my god, am I on the right path, then all you need to do is ask the universe. Just say, please show me a sign, or ask God, whatever you believe in, ask. You can be as specific as you want. You could say, show me a flamingo if this is right for me, or show me a lion if it's not. So that was a sign for me. I think I did it not even a handful of times, but this boy would message me. Like, he would keep messaging me. Like, after this long of not messaging, he literally was like, miss you. I was like, what? But the thing is, because I know that I manifested him, I wasn't even happy about it, because it wasn't genuine. Like, I want to be genuine. It was me that was doing it. I had him on strings like a puppet, right? Which is bad, right? So when you do shit like this, just know that it's not actually coming from them. It's just you believing in something that's not actually there. But because you're believing in it, it's coming to light. But you should never fuck with someone's free will. I shouldn't have really done it, but yeah. Honestly, what made this whole thing a million times weirder, right? I have bad eyesight, right? I do. There's no denying it. I would love laser eye surgery, but I'd probably rather get a boob job. And I have had glasses since a young age. I've been wearing contacts for nearly 10 years. Oh my god, that makes me feel old. But in all those years, I have literally never ever had an eye twitch, right? My eyes have never twitched in my life, like on and off, yeah. Very, very rare. They will twitch for like 3 seconds, you know, like when your eye just twitches, like, and then it just goes and it don't come back for another like 3 months. I remember once, yeah, I don't know when I've seen this video, but it's always been in my head somewhere. You know when SpongeBob has all them folders in his mind and he's looking for them? Well, that's what I was like with this thing, because I always remember watching this video and this girl says that something about manifestation and having an eye twitch, right? And I forgot about it until during this whole process, yeah, from start to finish, like this was going on for a month, right? Tell me why my eye was like all the time, on and off, but like all day, on and off. Like, and I was, obviously me with health anxiety, I shit myself with stuff like that. Like, I actually was convinced I had a brain tumour because of how much it was doing it, and I was like, oh my god, I swear that's like something to do with your mind, like your brain. And I was like, oh my god, mum, I'm scared, like I'm really scared, like what if I'm dying? Because it wouldn't go, it would not go. And I was getting it that often, that frequently, like every single day, morning to night, all day, every day, to the point where I literally rang my opticians and I went and got an eyesight test. I was due a contact lens check, so I was like, right, I'll just get my eye test with that. And they were like, nah, your eyes haven't really changed. It was like, all you need is a little bit of sharpening, which I was aware of for so long. I always knew that one of my eyes was not as strong as the other, so I always needed it tweaking, but it was a tweak, right? And it never, ever, ever flickered like that. It was like, all the time. Fast forward to me actually seeing him, right? And he was an asshole. And I've never seen him again after that, right? And that's what got me over it. I was like, nah, he's not nice. He's not a nice boy, right? He's just, nah. And I feel like you can manifest what you want, but it's not always going to be what is right for you. And that's what I've learned through that experience. And the universe will show you. They'll be like, okay, we can get you to message him, we can get him to call you, we can get him to meet you, but it's not going to be what you want. And that's exactly how it went, yeah? Like, the last time I seen him, I was like, no. Vile things. So yeah, I never texted him again after that. And that was it. That was it, okay? But after I'd seen him that time, the next day, I stood at my sink because I was still getting this eye twitch, right? And I shit you not, yeah, I had all my optician results back, I had my new contact lenses, and it was still twitching, right? My new prescription and everything, it was still twitching away, and it was like panicking me, it was concerning me, because I was like, oh my god, like, I wasn't stressed. Like, I spoke to my optician, and I said, I've got really bad health anxiety, like, what can cause an eye twitch? And he was like, well, stress and caffeine. Listen, sir, I have been drinking gallons of caffeine for like 7 years. It's not caffeine, and I'm not stressed. Like, I'm a chilled out person, like I don't care. I'm quite an angry girl, to be fair. But anyway, I was filling up my water the day after I seen him, and I looked up. Bear in mind, I've done this technique before where I've looked up at the sky, and it's a story that I don't think I can tell because it would probably cause a lot of shit. I look up to the sky and I speak to the sky, and I know you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Is this girl crazy? But it works, okay, leave me alone. So I looked up and I was like, you can get rid of this twitch now, because I don't want him. I do not want him. Get rid of it. I don't want him. Take it off. Take the manifestation off, right? Why has my eye never, ever, ever, ever twitched since that moment? Since that moment it stopped. And bear in mind, that was like nearly a month of my eye just flickering. I got my appointment, got my contacts, and it still kept flickering until I said, no, get rid of it. I don't want it. I'm done with it. I'm not going to do that again. I don't want him. I just think that whole story is crazy from start to finish. The fact that I got sat next to someone with the same name that was right in front of me. He could have been sat in the booth at Nando's, and I want to see in the back of his top because he was sat right next to me with his back facing me. I seen it. And then the eye flickering and it actually working, right? It was crazy. So that, my friends, is the story time of how I manifested a boy. But he was an asshole. But yeah, this is definitely not a sign to go and do that. You can't fuck with things like that. I've realised that now. Yeah, and I kind of like love shit like that. Like, I love stories like that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I was going to curl my hair and do like a full on get ready with me, but I didn't know that this story was going to be that short. It's kind of has been a bit short. It was a lot longer in my head. And for me, exposing myself like this, come follow me. No, I sound like such a beg. I took my followers off 100k and now I'm trying to get 100k back, and it's really difficult. So yeah, that would mean a lot to me, but it's fine. If you don't want to, it's fine, it's fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Au revoir. Then drop them drawers, I know what you want.